Well, good morning, everyone. Wow, my hair. Phil here, and welcome, finally, to my digital summer party. The vibes are at an all-time high. I'm very excited, ladies and gentlemen, to be sharing a fun marathon-style day here with you on this lovely Sunday, July 2nd, 2023. How is everyone today? I hope that you're doing well, and I hope you're ready for a party-like atmosphere and a lot of cool vibes, because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the coolest place to be this summer. Oh, yeah. How you doing? So, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Level 1 Podcast. That's right. And, wow. We have so much going on today that's special, that's fun, that's interesting and exciting. I cannot wait to hang out with you guys all day long here on DSPGaming. And, of course, some of the videos that I make today will also be up over on DSP Reacts, because we're doing such a wide variety of stuff today. I think that you guys are very excited, are you not? People are excited in the chat, going crazy, and I also am very excited. First of all, to kick things off right, as I said today, there would be a series of fun things going on, and one of the things that I have right here before we even begin, a special brew of summertime drink made by my wife, including lemonade, fresh strawberries, some ginger ale, and a few other things. No booze yet. No booze yet. This is a summertime punch lemonade strawberry drink. I don't know what we should call it. That I got especially for today. We got a whole picture of it in the refrigerator. Let's give it a sip. I've been waiting to test it. Let's see what it tastes like. Ready? That's absolutely disgusting. No, I'm kidding. It's good. It's tangy. It's got a lot of citrus flavor, but it's sweet, too. It's pretty good. It's pretty fruity. If you like lemonade, you'll really like that, but I like that it has a strawberry flavor to it as well. So, that is pretty good, actually. Wow. So there you go. That's what it looks like. Got it over ice here. In my nice, festive, summertime flamingo cup. Very nice. I'm sure I'll be filling that up over the course of the day. So, everyone, welcome to the Level 1 Podcast, and of course, welcome to the digital summer party that you have all been waiting for. Fervently, you have been awaiting this day. You said, when will Phil look like that? Well, the answer is I will not. I'm not cooking out today. My wife is cooking. My wife is cooking some very special things for us, including, basically, here's how it's going to go down today, all right? Let's just summarize exactly what you can expect here on DSPGaming today. First of all, a laid-back atmosphere. We literally don't have to rush into anything today at all. This is a very interactive vibe. Rugal says, you got the drip going today, my man. Well, thank you, Rugal. I appreciate that. This is how I used to dress all the time. I don't know if you're aware. Before I became a YouTuber and I started wearing gaming shirts and things, this is actually how I dressed all the time. And by the way, this shirt is incredibly comfortable. Like, this might be a new thing for me. Seriously, this is so comfortable, this shirt. I might just start wearing these shirts around the house constantly. It's like, It's so nice and comfy. I love it. By the way, I'm wearing shorts for today because if I'm going to hit the beach, obviously I need to have some aeration of the legs. You see that? However, I will say this. I'm a little disappointed. I was actually going to wear swim trunks today because I actually have swim trunks, but they're real swim trunks. You know how real swim trunks have that netting inside? So I put them on. I'm like, it's like right up my ass. It's like squeezing my balls. I'm like, I don't know if I want to sit in these all day. Like, these are probably okay to be in like, you know, in the water for like an hour, but I don't want to wear these all day. So I said, nah, forget that. Let's just go ahead with these nice shorts here today. They're nice and comfy, right? So, yes, I'm in the full summertime garb, and man, I might keep wearing this. So let's see. Let's talk about today. What is going to happen? Chill vibes, and what that means is no pressure. I don't have to make any particular kind of content or gameplay, although we definitely have a lot of things on the agenda. Like, we have a lot of things planned that I think are going to be quite fun and interesting, but no pressure to make anything in any, time frame. You know what I mean? So here's some of the things that we have planned. Okay, number one, I want to go through the gaming schedule for the rest of the year. What I want to do is sit down and look at July, August, September, October, November, and December, and every one of those 6 months, what game release dates do we have set in stone? What is actually 100% happening that we can lock in? And what games are we absolutely going to play versus which ones are we interested maybe in me playing but not as much? And then which ones are we like, nah, we're probably not going to play, we're going to skip, right? Absolutely, we need to do this. It's critical to my business and to these streams that we know what games are the most important between now and the end of the year. People keep asking me, what's your most hyped game of the year? I don't even know. I don't even know what's coming out. We got to do that today. We did this many months ago. And the good thing is when we do it, it's a chill vibe, and we are able to interact and talk, and it's more of an interactive discussion as well as going through the game schedule. So that's going to be a fun part, and it's probably going to be the first thing we do on the stream, I would think, after the podcast ends. In addition to that, there absolutely, positively will be some gameplay today. Street Fighter 6. Now, this is not a serious business stream. And I'm going to be drinking, which we'll talk about in just a minute here. Look at that. Bourbon whiskey, which I haven't had in years. So once I start drinking this sucker, woo, the lid might come off, if you know what I'm saying. So since I'll be drinking today, that means that if I play Street Fighter, I'm not going to play ranked and destroy all my rankings that I've worked hard for. We're going to do casual play. But because we're doing casual play, I can mix it up. I could do a little bit of everyone. You want me to play with Lily, or Zangief, or Blanca, or Chun-Li, or Ryu, or, go back to a character, Marisa, or maybe go back to, like, Dalsim, who I haven't played with in a while. Maybe try Honda again. Like, all that is possible today since we're doing casual play, and I'm just messing around. I'm not trying seriously to get better at the game. It's just kind of, killing time and having fun with you guys and having some fun vibes. Can I win? After getting lit up with some bourbon, can I actually get some wins online, right? I guess we'll see. But anyway, so that's coming up. In addition, there's going to be a fun tier maker, which I found last night, and I am super stoked for this. I found a tier maker. Listen to this. 50 different notable American foods. 50. 50. Yes, that many. And we're going to rank those. What's the best American cuisine and what's the absolute bottom of the barrel worst scraping of the toilet kind of food? Because let me tell you, American fare food is up there and really low. For what I've seen on this list, it's a pretty big dichotomy there. You look between, oh my God, that's a scale there. So that's going to be super fun to do with you guys. As we know, the tier makers usually do really well, especially when it has to do with food. People really like talking about food for some reason. So that's going to be a good one, all right? Now, in addition to all of that, my wife is making food for dinner. And what she's making is 2 different things, one main course and a side, both American fare food, all right? And I'm going to have it as dinner later today around my usual dinner time. So sometime between like 4 and 5 p.m. Pacific time, she's going to tell me the food is ready. And I'm going to take a break to go get it, and then I'm going to eat it here live with you. Have a, whatever you want to call it, a feasting with Phil, a mukbang, a taste test, a DSP tries it. But it's my wife's homemade American fare cooking food. I'm very excited to try this out with all of you. It should be a good time. And then, at the end of the event, end of the day, I'm going to be having a dessert that she made as well. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but it is an American-style dessert that she made. And I'm excited to try that out as well as a way to like end the marathon today. Okay. And when I say marathon, I mean literally this is a stream that's a marathon that's going all day, starting now, and it's going to be cruising all day long into the evening. You know, probably between 7 and 8 p.m. Pacific time is when it'll end. So you're talking a good 8-9 hours to go, if not longer. We'll have a couple breaks here and there, a little potty break and brush my teeth after I eat and stuff like that. But nothing too crazy major. The party vibes here on DSPGaming will continue all day long. Now, I mentioned some drinking, did I not? First of all, I want more of this summertime drink. What do you call this? Like strawberry-ade or like berry-ade? It's good. Strawberry lemonade and soda mixed together. It's pretty refreshing, which is what you want during the summer, of course. So, I mentioned drinking. What we have here is Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, and the company is called Bank Street. When I went to my local liquor store, they said it was a new product, that they were just starting to carry it. I've never had it before, obviously. So, haven't had whiskey in a very long time. Let's take a look at this, first of all. My double shot glass, so if I take a shot of it, it'll be half of that because that's a double shot. Let's see here. Oh, did you hear that pop? Sweet. It's sweet. It's got that little bit of whiskey bite to it when you smell it. It's supposed to have notes of like vanilla, and I think it said caramel, but I'm not sure. I think it definitely said vanilla. I know it said vanilla. And I can smell that. I can smell a little bit of vanilla in there. Yeah, it smells good. So the way it's going to work is like previous marathons. I will take a shot of whiskey for every $100 contribution that I receive. Today, I will count that both towards tips and super chats. I've never done that before, but I've decided today I will count it towards any $100 contribution at all. So some people have, oh, I can't tip, but I wish that he would accept super chats. I will accept super chats today as well. Now you might say, wait a minute, that's absolutely ridiculous. That's way too high. Well, there's a good reason. I'm on stream today from now until 7 to 8 p.m. If someone starts tipping and I make it $10 and I owe you 10 shots, I'll be drunk within 20 minutes and I won't be able to do the stream. I'll be under this table asleep on the floor. So I'm purposefully making it very limited so that I'm not taking a bunch of shots, so that way I can do today's stream. I have to do it that way, okay? Or else I would literally be drunk on the floor, all right? So, $100 tip or $100 super chat, I will take a shot of this Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, let you know how it is, and, just to give you some perspective, there's been times when I drank like 10 shots on a stream because it was crazy amount of support, right? So, but I'm not saying that's going to happen today. I'm just saying, that's why I'm limiting it in this way. I think it would be pretty crazy for me to be drinking constantly all day and getting sick when I'm supposed to be doing a fun marathon for you guys, okay? All right, so that's there, and, we'll see how much I drink today. And it's probably going to affect my my speech and my gaming abilities for when I play Street Fighter 6, all right? So there you go. So, yes, that's in effect all day, by the way. That's not just like a certain time. Like, any time that level of contribution comes in, I'll be drinking. So, actually, what I'll do is, might as well get this over here. It's ready there on the side there whenever I want it. And I can move my summertime punch drink into the frame. There we go. Very nice, right? So what is going on? What is going on, everyone? How you doing? Venom Snakes is up, Phil. What's up, Venom? This is going to be a way more interactive day. I'm going to be talking with people a lot more than usual because there's no reason for me not to. Like, for example, today, I don't have any news to do. I don't have any freaking, stuff that... I just want to chat with you guys and hang out here, do some shout-outs, have a good time, enjoy the vibes with all of you. Now, keep in mind, this is my only stream of the day. I'm not doing 2 streams. I'm not doing several segments of gameplay or anything like that. So I just want to let it be known, if you're enjoying today's stream, if you could support it in some way, I'd really appreciate that. Whether that's liking the stream. And yes, for every 100 likes, I will blow bubbles. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, today will be the official return of the bubble guns. Yeah. Why else would I not have them besides a freaking summer party, right? This is the time to bring them back. They might say, well, what happened in the month of June? Why didn't you use the bubble guns on stream? Because you brought them in May, and then all of a sudden they disappeared. Well, there's a good reason. Would you like me to explain? So, in the month of May, someone actually donated these. I was like, this is silly fun. Let's use them. Started using them, and man, they looked good on stream. But what I noticed is they were covering my office in bubbles. Like, no exaggeration, it was getting everywhere. So every day I was having to wipe down all my equipment multiple times because the bubbles were just freaking crazy amounts. Now, it's not that big of a deal, but what ended up happening was I started playing Street Fighter 6. And when I started playing Street Fighter 6, this joystick started getting gross with bubbles all over it. And when that happened, I was like, dude, now I can't even play the game. One day, on no exaggeration, I was playing after shooting the bubble gun early in the month, and my hands were covered in bubble juice. I'm like, oh, this is a bad idea. So basically, for the month of, June, I kind of put these on hiatus. I was like, I don't think I really want to use these when I'm playing Street Fighter. But today, all day long, for every 100 likes that I receive on the stream, we will have a Bubble Festival celebration. All right? So get those likes up. Every 100 likes, Bubble Festival in effect here during the Digital Summer Party. Sound good? I hope so. All right, so I'll have these here on standby, ready to go. If and when we hit that likes goal, it will be crazy party time atmosphere here. It's good to see you all. I see many people here. Swago Nito, Rugal, No Sleep Real Vibes, JDTV, Howard, Sambuca, Derek, 672. How's everyone doing today? It's good to have you all here. I'm glad that you guys are here. If I had a black shirt on, I would look like Neo. Yes, but I don't want to look like Neo. I want to look like a party dude. Party vibes here. This shirt is one of the most comfortable shirts I've ever worn in my life. I'm not exaggerating. I love this shirt. First time I wore it, I didn't even put it on until today. It feels so good. All right. All right, listen to this. B-Man says, this is the most embarrassing, most Disney Channel, most wannabe Magnum PI, fake porn star energy I've ever seen. And you're here for it, you incredible jerk. What a moron. Hey, look, I'm at a party, and I'm the only one here looking around saying, oh, this is bad and fake. Wow, you really know how to have fun with life, don't you? I bet when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is you look outside and say, hey, animals, shut up. Hey, sun, go away. Wow, what a nice guy, right? What a real... I love hanging out with people like that. They really just put a smile on your face every day. Anyway, so let's talk. Let's chill. We got a few shout-outs to do, by the way. We'll get to those in a second. I look like Tommy from GTA Vice City. Yeah, kind of the same vibe, right? Like, I like that. I like having a little party vibe here on the channel. Like I said, today's loose. We're playing it loose. Today, 100%, no pressure. Don't have to do anything crazy. Just relaxing. By the way, I'm going to address some baloney right now on the stream. You ready for this? Because it takes Party Phil. We're going to officially, let's call this version of me Party Phil. All right? That's what this is. First time you're seeing Party Phil on it and any of my content, by the way. Oh, we did? We already hit 100 likes. So, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Digital Summer Party vibes. Let's get it popping in here, everyone. Oh, yeah. If they ever warm up. Ah! Well, one of them's working. Here we go. There we go. Let's spread it on, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, yeah. Holy shit, that's a lot of bubbles. I told you guys, oh my god. Yo, there is so much bubble juice. Oh, because this one wasn't working right at first. And it freaking started spraying just the bubble juice, and my entire laptop is soaked. All right, hold on. Before we continue, I've got to clean this up. That shit went everywhere. Dude, you have no, my whole desk is bubble juice. Oh, my God. Hold on. Yeah. Holy shit. Wow. Fun but messy, right? I guess that is true, that in life, some of the most fun things are very, very messy, right? Let's be honest. Okay, so what I was going to say is I want to address some baloney right now and get it out of the way. Because once I address this baloney, we don't have to talk about it ever again, and I literally will not. If any moron mentions it, I'm just going to slap them with my large e-phallus and take them out from my my chat. So here it is. As you guys know, basically my moronic haters like to say that everything I do is wrong. So yesterday I debuted my new setup for the month of July. And I'm like, look at this nice outdoor vibe with the nice punch-out picture over here. And we got the return of some of the classic stuff that I had previously that wasn't there for Street Fighter Month. And of course, I wanted to get a little patriotic because it is the 4th of July in a couple of days. That's an American Independence Day. And I said, let's get an American flag behind me. So of course, what happens is that a bunch of morons rush to the internet and say, what's wrong with Phil's setup? What can we criticize to say is wrong? And they go and they find this rule that no one even knows. All right, literally no one knows this rule because no one pays attention to this shit anymore. We're in fucking 2023. It's not 1776, all right? But apparently there's some weird rule somewhere written that if you hang an American flag downward, that you're supposed to have the stars, I'm trying to move my head, you're supposed to have the stars on the left-hand side. Okay? Why? Oh, well, it's incredibly un-American and offensive to have the stars on the right-hand side. Why? It's a fucking flag, you idiot. It's a piece of cloth. It's not a living being. It can't be offended by you because you hung it a certain way. It doesn't have an identity. It doesn't identify as a flag that must be hung a certain way, you fucking idiot. It's a piece of cloth. Like, how dumb can you be, right? So anyway, here's the funny part about this, right? This is not actually an American flag at all. This is a decoration. I went to a store called World Market, and I was, just looking around on my day off, killing some time, and they have this decoration. Now, I'd like to show you something because you're going to have a good laugh along with me. Are you ready for this? I don't know why I'm wasting time entertaining this, but I find it hilarious to entertain my haters because sometimes they're just such mouth-drooling morons. I really enjoy this. You ready for this? Okay. So, are you ready for the big reveal? Okay, here we go. Alright, ready? So, I'm going to flip the flag to not be offensive. Are you ready? Guess what? It's not even printed on both sides, you fucking idiots. It's not a real American flag. It's a decoration. Look, it doesn't even have coloring or anything on this fucking side. It's not a real flag, dunce. You're so fucking stupid. People are so dumb. So if I hang it like this, now Phil has a faded flag in the background and it looks terrible. It's not a flag at all. By the way, it was probably made in fucking, in Singapore or Taiwan or China. It's probably not even an American product. It's not real. You fucking idiots. Right? You're dumb. Shut the fuck up. God, people are stupid. Okay. So, if I see one single person mention it again in my chat, you will be permanently banned, and I will laugh at you because you're an idiot. Because these people are so insanely stupid. They just want to nitpick every little thing possible on my stream. He's hanging the American flag wrong. It's not even the American flag. It's just a decoration. It's not a real flag. It's not made to standard. It probably doesn't even have the right number of stars. They're probably not even stars. They're probably like fucking little Mike and Ike candies or something on there. Who knows? Who cares? It's a fucking decoration. Shut the fuck up. My God, so people, here's the point. If you are so up your own ass about little things like this in life, it means your life's too easy. Really. If you go around on a streamer's stream and you're looking for a flag being hung in an incorrect manner and you're actually going to make a big deal about it, you need a life. Because it means you have absolutely nothing going on in your life that's time-consuming or challenging. You're living too easy. So let me know who you are. I would like to send you some of my problems. I will actually send you a nice box full of real life adult problems that you can deal with, so you don't have to bother with my fucking setup here on stream and complain about it, alright? You fucking idiots. Alright. Alright. So now that I've dealt with... Alright, goodbye, Bella. What did I just say? I said every single person who's going to bother with it is gone for good. So I'm already going to start the cleansing. It's like a nice facial scrub. You get all you clear your pores out, let disgusting grease comes off. I can't wait to do that right today on this nice chill vibe stream that's not going to be ruined by a bunch of fucking idiots, right? Very nice. And I get a nice refreshing sip of my party punch right afterward. Very good. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, what I think we should do is we should start doing shout outs, because it looks like a significant amount of contributions have already come in. It's a good idea to give thanks and credit where credit is due. All right, so that way we can have a good time here together today, and let's do it. So we'll start on the YouTube side of stuff. We got No Sleep Real Vibes that re-upped his membership for 9 months. It says, good morning and aloha, Phil. I am ready for DSP today. Well, I'm ready. I've got the party chill vibes here with all of you. Frank White says I should call it Strawberry-Aid. How about Berry-Aid? Yeah, Berry-Aid sounds good, right? That's pretty good. All right. All right, let's continue. Thank you very much, No Sleep Real Vibes. Luthes with a $15 super chat and says, love the shorts. Well, thank you, Luthes. I love wearing shorts. It's weird. Usually by this time this year, I would actually be wearing shorts. But for some reason this year, I kept wearing pants. And the real reason is because when you play Street Fighter, you basically want your joystick to be sitting flush on something that's not going to be moving around. And having pants, it's easier. With shorts, a little bit because it touches your skin and everything, it can get a little weird. However, this joystick that I have actually has some nice rubber, like, anti-skid padding on the bottom. So maybe it wouldn't even be a problem anyway, as long as that's touching my skin. I don't know. But I've been wearing pants purposefully because I felt like it would be more comfortable playing Street Fighter with pants on rather than shorts, having the joystick on my lap. But today I said I definitely got to bust out the shorts, right? Okay, cool. Let's continue. So thank you, Luthes, for the super chat. Oh, really? Well, Derek, I'm sorry that Frank White copied your idea. Then I give the credit to Derek. He claims it was his idea to call it Berry-Aid. Okay. Let's continue. JDTV became a member this morning. Thank you to JDTV for becoming a channel member. By the way, I don't know if I'll be able to wear these sunglasses all day long. I do like them, but if I'm going to actually be able to read and stuff, I probably have to take them off. It's kind of weird wearing sunglasses indoors, just saying. It is a little weird. Even in the party atmosphere, though, so I'll put them back on. All right. And Returnal just did a super chat and says, looking like Tony Montana. Tony Montana. I don't think I look anything like Tony Montana, by the way. So thank you, Returnal, for the super chat. All right. On the tip side of things, let's get this party started, shall we? We've got a $17.76 tip. How cool is that? So for that one, that would qualify for the $10 tip animation. Here we go. And this is from Game Trekker. So let's get Game Trekker up on the leaderboard. Very good. He says, since your Street Fighter 6 gameplay today is part of a larger event, I made today's tip all about the event itself. Well, there you go. Anyone who knows U.S. history will understand that number. And yes, today's event is not strictly about Independence Day, but it was the initial inspiration for planning the event. You're right. Originally, I was going to have this be like an Independence Day or July 4th event. And then I realized, why would I want to do that on July 4th? A lot of people will actually here in the United States be celebrating that holiday. And I don't want to have an event that half the people can't attend because it's a holiday everyone's busy with. So I said, let's do it the weekend before, and that's how we changed it to a summer party event. So, very nice. Anyway, here's wishing you a successful event and minimal inebriation influence losses in Street Fighter 6. Thank you very much, Game Trekker, for your ongoing support of everything here on DSP Gaming. I really appreciate it. And what a nice sentiment as well. Coming up next, we've got a $30 tip from Alex from Phoenix. He's looking good. Feels like summer with a Hawaiian shirt. Time for some ice cold drinks. Pull out your grill, make some carne asada tacos. Woohoo! Well, I will be having some American fare food later. However, I'm not going to spoil for you what the food will be. But let's just say that my wife is going to make some interesting stuff. Here's the nice $30 animation that almost no one has seen, because I really haven't gotten $30. Kagome, I appreciate you popping your membership notification, but you interrupted the amazing $30 animation. So now I have to play it again, because I can't. Because it's so amazing. Here it comes. There we go. I absolutely love that $30 animation from Diablo, by the way. Really cool looking, right? One of my favorite ones, actually. So thank you to Alex from Phoenix for the $30 tip. I could barely see anything with these on. I couldn't even see, like, the keys to put my hands on the home row here while I'm typing. Okay. So thank you, Kagome, for re-upping your memberships. Is one more month, and I will earn a 1-year crown. That is going to be the awesome regal-looking crown. So congrats on that. You're almost there. And also, Guitar Player just re-upped his membership. Thank you, Guitar Player, for supporting the channel and re-upping your membership today as well. Very nice. JDTV says you didn't count your membership. I did count one new membership, right? Or did I not? Did we start at 501? Okay, I guess it should be 502. 502, there we go. Thank you, JDTV, for becoming a member today. All right, very nice. Continuing on. By the way, my neck is stiff today. I must have probably slept weird. Okay. It happens. Shout out to Canadian Kirk, who re-upped their membership and said, well, actually, he says they became a member, but they already were a member, so I think they're just popping their membership notification today. He says, you look like cocktail-era Tom Cruise and Agent Smith. Yeah, didn't Tom Cruise look like this in, like, which movie was it? Risky Business? Is that the name of the movie? That was the one where he was a high schooler, right? I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, there you go. Jade says, you look cool, yo. Well, thank you, Jade. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has happened already. I didn't expect it this early, but I guess, you know, time to get the party started. I received a $100 tip from Dan the Man, who says, hey, Phil, what is going on, Dan? And you know what that means? I said for a $100 contribution, whether it be a tip or a super chat, I would take a shot. So it is now time for the first shot of the day, but let's get the animation going. And let's get Dan the Man on the leaderboard. Now, a few things that I do want to cover. Since today is a marathon, all right, I'm not going to wear a vest. It would be pretty stupid to be wearing a vest over a Hawaiian-style party shirt. So that's not going to happen, all right? Now, in regards to hats and the like, I certainly think that the straw hat would make sense, or no hat at all, because, you know, I did actually wash my hair and have it nice and poofy for today's marathon. It's really up to you guys what you want to do. I don't really care. At the same time, I think wearing the same hat all day might be kind of boring. Keep in mind that we are in a party atmosphere here. It's not like we have to adhere by the normal rules of the streams or whatever. We can do whatever you want. I don't really give a shit. I just don't think that the vest is appropriate today. Now, when we play gameplay later, like when I'm playing Street Fighter, what I may do is I might put on the gunner glasses, because the gunner glasses will actually help me with, you know, the yellow light and everything, as opposed to wearing these sunglasses in Street Fighter might actually hinder me. So we'll see. All right, we'll see what happens. But anyway, thank you, Dan the Man, for a $100 tip. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our very first shot of bourbon whiskey for today. You ready for this? I have not tasted it yet. I've not had, like I said, I've not had any whiskey in years. Probably at least 2 or 3 years. I can't remember the last time I actually had it. I think I had it in a mixed drink at a restaurant. Ready? It smells good, man. Here we go. 1 bourbon, 1 scotch, 1 beer. Yeah. There we go. Remember, this is a double shot glass, so don't want to go crazy here. Okay. All right, let's give it a taste. Salud, everyone. Happy summer to everyone out there who's celebrating with me. Hope that we have a good day here today. Already the vibes are in the right place, that's for sure. Let's see. Enjoy. That's pretty darn good. That is smooth whiskey. Wow, I really like that whiskey. That was really smooth. Like, it has bite, but it didn't, you know what I mean? Like, it went down nice. It's actually got a pretty decent aftertaste, too. That was really good. I can't wait to have more. Thank you, Dan the Man, for the first shot of the day. I really appreciate that. Where's my cigar? Well, maybe in my youth I would have smoked, but I don't smoke anymore at all. I don't like smoking. I got issues. I don't have very good lungs, and it sucks to admit that, but I grew up in a household where my mother was essentially a chain smoker my whole life when I lived there, and because of that, I'm not kidding, like, I have weak lungs. Like, if it's cold outside and there's a cold breeze coming, I lose my breath completely. I can't even breathe. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta like cover my face to even catch my breath. And I get short of breath sometimes, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's just, my lungs suck. I've had too much fucking smoke my whole life. So, I have had, cigars before, right? And I like cigars. I think cigars taste great, and that's the point. A cigar, you're smoking for flavor. Well, usually if you're smoking like a cigarette, you're smoking it for the nicotine, right? But I actually like cigars, but I have not smoked at all since I was like maybe 18, 19 years old, 20 years old maybe. Yeah. I don't like smoking, so. Okay. All right, well. That was a good start, wasn't it? Very nice. So that's the shout-outs we've got so far. As any other contributions come in today, I will shout them out for you guys. Thank you for chilling with me. So, oh yeah, Derek, I know. During the Fight and Feast Marathon, it was incredibly supportive. You know, Jinx went crazy that day. And I don't know if Jinx will be here today or not. He was actually here the other day and did a very generous tip. I don't know if Jinx will be here today or not, and it's fine. I'm certainly not expecting today's marathon to be as crazy supportive as the Fight and Feast was. That was like a one-off anomaly thing. And, you know, I'm just looking to have a good time with you guys. Hopefully today, since it's a marathon stream, you know, it will get some good support, enough as if I had done 2 regular streams. And as long as this is the same as 2 regular streams, I'm good, man. You know, like I said, today, there's no pressure here. There's literally no pressure whatsoever. We're just relaxing. Really. You know, we're just gonna have a good time together. And just have a good, nice day, laid-back day, not super serious. That's what it's all about, right? JDTV says, could you put on the straw hat or do a poll? I mean, here, I'll grab it. Maybe I'll just put it on and off randomly during the day. Why not, right? Here we go. See, it looks nice, but now my hair's I kind of undoes the point of me getting my hair nice for today. Putting this straw hat on, you know what I mean? I like the hat, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of like, you know, undermines the whole point. So, now I look like Dennis Nedry. A skinny Dennis Nedry. I'm definitely much skinnier than he is. Bray Wyatt. Eyes prefers the hair. You had a great Canada Day. I'm glad that anyone who lives in Canada, I hope you had a great Canada Day. Yesterday, right? This style suits me. All right. Very good. I look retired. No, I'm far from retired, but I'm just having a nice chill time with you guys today. That's what it's all about, right? That's what today's all about. So I think it looks better without the hat, honestly. You know, I'll pop it on every once in a while if you guys want. I'll put it over here for now. What brand is this shirt? You know, I don't know. It was I got it at one of those. You know how it's not the name brand store, but it's the place where the clothes go after. They don't sell at the name brand store. So this shirt was supposed to be like, I'm not kidding. It was like an $80 shirt. the original price tag. We probably sold in the department store for like $80. I bought it for $15 at one of those reseller stores or whatever. And really nice shirt, very comfy. But I don't know what it is. I don't know what brand it is or whatever. Ready for a Hawaiian vacation? Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll be ready for a nice Hawaiian vacation. Certainly not now. Thank you, Derek. He says he watched some fireworks yesterday for Canada Day, and he hopes that I have a good day, 4th of July. Well, my 4th of July is just a normal day for me streaming. You know, nothing special. So. JDTV, I got your email. I have not fully read it nor done anything with it, but I have your email regarding that Divoom device. Apparently, there's this device that is an LED screen, and it's programmable and syncable with an app on your phone. So you can actually have it change to be different things. Like one day I could have it be a Mega Man sprite, and the next day I could have it be Ryu from Street Fighter, and the next day I could have it be, you know, something appropriate to a game I'm playing or whatever, or you can have it say stuff on there. It's pretty neat. It's a little expensive, but considering the fact that it has an insane amount of reuse value that you could change it all the time, it may be a really interesting part of my setup if I get one. So I'm thinking about it. It sounds pretty good. It's called Divoom, D-I-V-O-O-M, I think. So I'm thinking about getting one. We'll see. I have to look into it, you know, cost-wise and everything. But it's a great suggestion. Thank you to JTTV for that one. Let's see here. Let's see here. All right. So JDTV says actually you can put multiple things on it and they can switch between automatically as well. Yeah, that's cool. Imagine having something that every minute changes in my background or something. That'd be pretty cool. No Sleep Real Vibe says who would fit a summer chill vibe in Street Fighter 6? I mean, obviously DJ's already in party garb, right? He's already got the shirt. He's ready to go, I would say. Jade, I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling so good. I hope you feel better over the course of today, man. Can I change the light behind me? I don't have anything to replace it. What would I mean, if I had something, yes, that's what I mean. Like, if I got something different, like this Divoom or whatever, maybe I could have different things alternated, you know, rather than the same thing, but I don't have anything to replace that. Oh, change the color? It's auto color changing. It only works, the way you see it now is how it works, how it changes slowly. Or you can have it change per sound, which is kind of weird. When I first had it, that's how I had it set. But when you have it changed with sounds, it doesn't really change to all the colors that it cycles through. So I have it set to this instead. What's first on the schedule today? Likely we'll go through the gaming schedule update. I don't see why we wouldn't. I think it makes sense to get that done. That way we can all debate what games I should or shouldn't play. We can make that schedule. We're going to have a lot of interaction, just, you know, talking while we do that. I think it makes sense to do that first before we tackle, you know, any gameplay or the tier maker or anything like that. Plus, it's probably going to take a while to get through because we got 6 months of games release dates now, finally, because all the digital events have ended. So now we know all the games coming out for the rest of the year. We're going to have a lot to talk about there. So, actually, they canceled the fireworks here at the local beach because basically they're renovating the park that's there. So there's no local fireworks here where I live. I mean, I could easily drive a town or two over, but I'm going to be working. I'll be here all day on Tuesday streaming. You know, I'm not going to be able to go to fireworks, so. No, I didn't. I heard about this yesterday. Diaphony? I don't know the person's name. I've never heard of them. But apparently someone who's considered like a pro fighting game player got my footage submitted to them to review. And they watched my footage and very factually broke it down and were trying to give like helpful tips. I didn't even know about this. Someone had mentioned it on my stream last night. I'd be willing to watch and react to that and learn from it if they have tips for me. Abso-freaking-lutely. I'm like a sponge when it comes to Street Fighter 6. I want to absorb as much as I can and get as good as I can. And I need the help. You know, that's why I'm watching videos on YouTube and I'm doing all this. So absolutely I would consider, you know, trying to listen and learn. Anyone has advice for my gameplay, I am all ears. Seriously. Okay. What? JDTV says on Thursday he's going to be driving a Lamborghini Horoscan Performante? Really? Holy shit. Well, don't wreck it, and have fun, and be safe, and enjoy. It sounds like a once-in-a-lifetime experience, man. How do you get to do that? It's pronounced diaphone? Oh, diaphone. I didn't know that. Diaphone. Never heard of this person, but then again, I've literally been out of the competitive fighting game loop for 10 plus years. It's not shocking to me that I don't know people in the fighting game community. As probably expected, right? So, yeah, I'd actually be very interested to watch that and see what advice could be given. Wow. Let's do some shout-outs, everyone. Got a $2 tip here from Alex from Phoenix again. If I'm not mistaken, the Declaration of Independence was actually signed on July 2nd, but celebrations were set for the 4th. So happy 247th birthday, America. I am not a history buff and don't know about that at all, but I will believe you and say thank you, Alex from Phoenix, for the $2 tip, and happy birthday to the United States of A. Sounds good to me. All right. Let's see. Now, in addition to that, I received an incredibly generous $200 tip from Emil. We have not seen Emil in a very, very long time. Emil came back today for the Digital Summer Party and dropped an insanely huge tip. 200 smackaroonies. $200, 200 rubles. Peso. Okay, maybe not pesos. Pesos would be like 2 zillion pesos or 2 billion yen. Anyway, thank you, Emil, for a very generous tip. And with that tip, as I told you guys, for every $100 super chat or $100 tip, I would do a shot. Well, that's $200, guys. So that means I owe you 2 shots, which I am going to take. I'm not going to do them, chugging, but I'm going to do one and I'll do another in a second. But let's do one now. Thank you, Emil. I'm glad I got good whiskey, because like I said, I hadn't tasted this whiskey. I didn't know if it was going to be any good. It's actually very smooth, which is good. Some whiskey is like, oh, it's rough. It's like has a bite to it and it's just not very good. This is pretty good whiskey. All right. Man, that's good. It smells good. All right. Oh, shit, I'm dripping everywhere. All right, I got to get a napkin. I'm dripping. That's not good. Hold on. Drippage is not good. Remember that. You got to clean up the drippage right away when you get drippage. Especially with whiskey, because whiskey is very sticky. Okay. Clean the drippage. That's on my leg. And also make sure, hold on, make sure that, yeah, see, I don't want any drippage on my bottle. Nice and clean. I run a clean shop. Let's put it that way, right? Everything here's got to be nice and clean. Okay. Okay, let's get rid of a couple idiots, and we'll take the first shot. There we go. There's one. Here's one. All right, ready? Wow, that is so smooth. That's some of the, I'm serious, that's like really good whiskey. And it's surprising because it wasn't expensive. I want to say this was maybe like $40. So it's not expensive whiskey, but it's actually pretty damn good. What's it called? Bank Street? Bank Street. Watch it be out of like Hoboken, New Jersey or something crazy, right? Watch this. I have no idea where it's from. Oh, it's from Scobeyville, New Jersey. I was joking, but it actually is out of New Jersey. Scobeyville, New Jersey. There you go. It's good, though. Bank Street, straight up Kentucky bourbon. And I'll have my second shot in a minute here. So thank you very much, Emil, for your support today. A whopping $200 tip is very much appreciated. Remember, guys, for every 100 likes, I will do a bubble gun blow here on the marathon today. And for any $100 contribution, whether it's a super chat or a tip, I will also take a shot of this delicious Kentucky bourbon. Very nice. I owe you another one. I'll take it in a minute. I don't want to do too many shots back to back. 4th of July memories. 4th of July memories. Honestly, besides going to see fireworks with my parents at, like, the beach, I don't really remember that much else about doing anything special on 4th of July. I don't think we ever went to, like, a parade. Usually for me, these would be, like, outdoor holidays. So, like, I'd be out playing all day with my friends in the neighborhood. We're running around, playing games, sports, action figures and stuff. You know, shooting water guns, because I had a bunch of water guns. I had those automatic water guns, the ones you put batteries in, and they would go ba-doom, 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 and, like, auto shoot for a good distance. I had one that was, like, neon orange and blue. And I had a few different interesting water guns when I was a kid. Water balloons were big, too. I love water balloons. You just toss one, it explodes, it soaks everything. It's fun, right? Good, clean fun. Yeah. And of course, my dad would always cook out, but we never had like a good grill. We always had like a cheap one. So we had a charcoal grill that my dad would always cook out, which is fine because charcoal tastes great for anything you cook on a grill. Having that charcoal sear tastes extra good. So we'd have hot dogs and burgers. My mom usually had some kind of a chicken, or something like that. And yeah, it was always a good time during the summertime. Didn't have a pool. We have a small backyard, very small backyard. So we didn't have a pool or anything like that. But my great aunt, as well as my godparents, had above ground pools. And so if we wanted to swim, we would go over there during the summer and jump in. I went to my great aunt's house quite a few times during the hot summer months and swam. And I always liked swimming. I haven't done it that many times in my life, but I do enjoy swimming. I think it's fun. It's relaxing. And it's actually a nice workout too, you know. Usagi Jojo loves this look for me. I love the feel of this look. I'm not kidding you. This is likely top 5 most comfortable shirts I've ever worn in my life. It is incredibly comfortable because it's a very silky material. It's not real silk, but it's, you know, that faux silk feeling. It's super duper comfy. I love it. So if you guys want to see Party Phil on stream, you let me know. We might have to see Party Phil return sometime in the future, if you know what I mean. Derek says I look like an awesome Tommy Vercetti. I don't know about that. I don't know if I could ever emulate the late, great voice actor of Tommy Vercetti. He was a very good actor. Green screen myself being on a tropical island. I no longer have a green screen. I haven't had a green screen in many years. It broke a long time ago. I threw it out. So I don't have the ability to do anything like that right now. Yeah, that's right. Ray Liotta, the voice actor of Tommy Vercetti. Email says, you talked about a new lamp yesterday. I looked on Amazon. They have cool gaming lamps. They do. Excuse me. But you have to be careful. Like, for example, Email, I told a story last month. So when I was going to start playing Street Fighter 6, someone actually wanted to donate a new lamp. That was a Street Fighter lamp. And it was cool. They have different ones. They have, like, Cammy. They have Balrog. I know, I want to get you a lamp. I was like, okay, but let me look into it, because I want to make sure it's going to work with my setup, right? So I looked into it, and I start reading the reviews of these lamps. Come to find out, a lot of these lamps, get this, are made by the same company or a similar knockoff company, and they run on batteries only, unless you buy a power adapter that actually costs the same price of the lamp. So the lamp costs like $35. The power adapter is $29.99. So you put double A's in, it dies in one day, and you have to keep putting double A batteries in the stupid thing, or you have to buy a $30 power adapter that doubles the cost of the lamp. So I was like, wow, that's a ripoff. So after looking at that, it decided to not get the lamp, and actually that person ended up donating something else. In fact, if I remember correctly, I think that person was the person who donated the Blanca pop culture figure. Whatever it's called. The pop figure. I don't even know what the hell they're called, right? And it was funny, because then that looks like the Blanca-chan figure for Street Fighter 6, which is kind of cool. So I would like to get another lamp. I'll have to look on Amazon and see what's on there. Like I said, I've got this Divoom device that's been suggested by JDTV. That one is completely adjustable, where you can program it to do different things. So it's not just a picture. You could have it say stuff, right? Be pretty neat. So maybe something like that. Or maybe I could just find another character lamp that's not as expensive. But you got to be careful because a lot of these things are just, oh, sell you the lamp, but you get it. You got to fucking use batteries in it. And you end up spending so much money on the AA batteries or buying an adapter that's the same price as the lamp. It's ridiculous ripoff. Thank you. Funko Pop. That's what theirs is. They're called Funko Pops. I totally forgot they were even called Funko Pops. That's right. Juan says 18 days Independence of Colombia. So your Independence Day is coming up too, Juan? Huh. A lot of these days are on the same day. We just had Canada Day and Independence Day for us is coming up in a couple of days. It's weird that they're all around the same time. I guess summertime is a great popular time for independence, huh? All right. Nosy Real Vibes says, I think the vanilla in the bourbon whiskey is what makes it smooth. Yeah, it's tasty. It actually has good flavor to it. And like I said, it doesn't have a bad aftertaste. It's actually pretty good, no bad aftertaste at all with this whiskey. Speaking of which, I got to take my third shot. Because I owe you 2 shots for that $200 tip. So let's do it. Oh, look, Belagoth came back with a sock account that got immediately banned again. Maybe you should have learned your lesson earlier and acted like a reasonable human instead of being an idiot. Okay. Ah, we got more drippage. Shout out to Shane, who just did a super sticker of a hippopotamus saying hype and raising their hands above their head. Thank you very much to Shane. Appreciate the super chat. All right. Willow says, liking the party vibe outfit. Me too. Me too. It's super comfy too. I like a looser shirt rather than the t-shirts I usually wear. It's nice and loose, soft, very aerated, which is nice for the summer. You know, it's good stuff. All right. Third shot of the day. It's good. Love it. Love it. Gotta pace it. That's 3 now. Gotta pace myself now. So if any other $100 contributions come in, I'll probably wait till the next segment to take the next shot. 3 in an hour is a lot. And we're only, we're an hour in here, so. All right. Jeremy, looking forward to the stream as well. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here, excuse me. All right. Oh, I'm well aware of the ginormous amount of Funko Pops that they have. It's one of the reasons why they have entire warehouses full of the things unsold that they don't know what to do with. Well, I get a tan. I could get a tan. I don't see the point. I'm indoors 6 days a week full time. I'm probably the palest dude ever with a party vibe like this. Thing is, like, I like having a tan. I do. I think I actually look good with a suntan, but don't have a real opportunity to go outside and do much. I mean, this is my job here, right? Email has gifted 5 memberships to the channel. Thank you, Email, for supporting the channel today. Congratulations to Clyde, Jeremy, Derek, Eyes, and Felipe. No, not Felipe. Xantar. Congrats to all of you. I'm receiving a gifted membership here. Hopefully today, with all the party vibes and fun we're going to be having, we can build the channel a little bit back up. You know, we actually were up to around 800 members a little over a month ago. But then, basically, here's the thing. June was a great month. It was. Like, me getting back into competitive fighting games was really special. And there was a tremendous amount of support for that. But the thing is, that kind of support does not really coincide with everyone else on the channel. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, people came to watch me play Street Fighter, but these were not the same people who, for example, were watching me play other games. So what ended up happening was the people who would support during other games kind of, went by the wayside when I was playing Street Fighter so much. And then it didn't help that every other game that I was playing in June was an RPG. So it was literally either you like RPGs or you like Street Fighter or you have nothing to watch on my channel this month, right? Or last month, I should say. Now, this month coming up, my goal is to have more variety. And taking a look at the schedule, yes, I'll continue to play Street Fighter 6, but once we beat games like Zelda and Diablo, I'm hoping to bring some more variety. For example, I probably want to do Amnesia the Bunker. I probably, would like to maybe bring back maybe Elden Ring or do something else on late nights that'll be very different. You know what I mean? That's not the same thing. So that way it's not the style that you've been seeing for a month, you know. I also want to play World Tour mode in Street Fighter 6, but, you know, I played it once. It didn't necessarily win over too many people. But that's fine. You know, it's not going to bowl people over. It's just kind of a mode that simulates what happens in the Yakuza games. And it's nice to have that extra mode in there, especially for people who are looking for single-player content. But I think most people who want to see Street Fighter 6 want to see me do the multiplayer. That's what I've been focusing on. Usagi Jojo says, make your custom avatar high level. Let's fight with our avatar. See, and that's one of the cool things you can do in Street Fighter 6, but you have to sink a lot of time into the mode, which I've played 3 hours. So, you know, yeah, eventually I would like to unlock all the different move sets in the World Tour mode. I would like to make my character a custom build character and do stuff like that, but it's going to take the time to invest in it, right? Right. This is getting better. It's good, man. The summer drink. Berry Aid. All right. Who's my favorite character in Street Fighter 6 so far? You know, of course, obviously my best character is Blanca, and I like the character build, but I'm also liking Zangief, even though I feel like he's really hard to play in this one. I'm enjoying him a lot. And, you know, I think as I get more into the game, I'll have a better answer for that. You know, I really like playing with Ryu. It just sucks that I didn't get to play people who I could learn from because they threw me to the wolves the way they did. So we'll see as I play further into the game. No, I'm not doing whiskey goal as a daily goal. It's ridiculous. I'm not drinking all day, every day on stream. That's preposterous. This is for something, you know, spaced out every once in a while for a special event. Okay? Usagi Jojo says, once you get about 7-8 hours in a world tour, you'll end up with lots of the best moves of Street Fighter 6 already. That's cool to hear. Oh, let's see here. Derek, I don't know what you mean. He's asking, is it easy to record videos that I'm reacting to and upload them to DSP Reacts? Like, same as making any video. The difference is when I do react videos on, like, say, for example, DSP versus the Internet, my weekly clip show, they all get claimed on YouTube. And when they get claimed, the other thing that's weird about it is, for some weird reason, when I do react content, a lot of the times YouTube flags it as inappropriate for ads. And every single time that I say, no, review this video manually, I don't know what you're talking about, it always gets overturned. The problem is it takes like a week. So, for example, yesterday I did DSP versus the Internet on my sister channel, DSP Reacts. And out of the 6 videos I made, 3 of them say that they're inappropriate for ads. I flagged everyone. I said, no, manually review these because I don't believe that. What'll end up happening is at the end of the week, seriously, like probably like Thursday of this week, YouTube will come back and like, oh, if someone finally got to it and looked at it and said it's okay for ads. Yeah, but the video's already been live for a week. Everyone who wanted to watch it already did. I'm going to make nothing on any ads that are on this now, you assholes. And that's the problem. Like, YouTube is really messed up in that regard for some odd reason. The React stuff does that. My gameplay, never. Anytime I do gameplay, pretty much 100% of the time it's fine. I never have any issues with it. So, I don't even know how the algorithm really works. It's really stupid. It doesn't make any sense. But that's really the problem. You know, doing React content, I enjoy doing it, but I make no money on the videos. I really rely on people becoming members over there or supporting the streams over there. That's how that channel is viable. I really make little to nothing on the video views because they all get claimed or flagged as inappropriate for no good reason. Really stupid. All right. Anyone else have anything to talk about? Because if not, we could end the podcast early and we could get started with the gaming schedule, which is fine for me. I'm totally into that. If you want to go to the gaming schedule, go through and, you know, start making that, you know, together. Unless you guys have other things you want to talk about. Oh my God. Michael Lawler says, I remember finding you in your OG Fallout 3 playthrough way back in 2008. I watched you stumble around drunk in the metro tunnels, swing around a baseball bat helplessly, pure gold. I agree. Like, I totally remember that. I remember being so drunk. Back then, I was drinking, like, rum and Coke at night, in the middle of the night, drunk as shit, just messing around, trying to play Fallout. Can't see. It's so dark in the sewer. I can't see shit. I'm just walking in circles, swinging wildly, killing enemies, and getting lost. Pretty interesting times, to say the least, on YouTube. Puzzles. Mr. Puzzles, good to have you here. American Maga Undertaker says, greetings, you look like a Floridian-style human. Well, there you go. I guess I belong in Florida. I'm not, though. I swear to you, I'm still in Washington State. Was that when I nuked an entire town? I don't remember nuking an entire town on my first run. I murdered the town. I remember that. Because the town got pissed at me. They were all being dicks to me and insulting me. So I was drunk and I got pissed and I hit one of them. And then the whole town aggroed to me, so I murdered the whole town. That was, what town was that? It was the town that's just outside of Little Lamplight. It's when the kids grow up, they go to that town to live as adults. But I can't remember what the name of the town was. Jasper, Kitty, and Cat are good today. No worries. No, I have not tried Kimberly in Street Fighter 6 yet. Nope. Usagi Jojo says, play Microsoft Flight Simulator again. We'll fly to Florida and back to Disney World. Well, we did that already a couple years ago. JDTV says, I look exactly like Charlie Sheen in 2.5 Men. Insert your really outdated Tiger Blood winning reference right now. Because I refuse. I like to say I look like Tom Cruise in, like, you know, Risky Business or like Top Gun when he's at the bar or something. But, you know, you don't want to say that. I don't look like Tom Cruise, right? Absolutely not. Willow, why do you ask such ridiculous questions? Like, did I ever meet Tom Brady in person? Yes, actually, he lives right in the same neighborhood. I don't know if you knew that. He lives right down the street. Like, why do you ask these most random questions? What does it have to do with anything? Oh, my God. That's right, Goose from Top Gun. Oh, that's right. Yeah. The other character. Derek, I have the website up with release dates in front of me. However, I'm sure people will, during my segment where I go through game release dates, will be like, oh, you forgot this one, right? And that's fine. By all means, please correct me when we're doing that. So that I make sure I don't miss out on any games, right? We have them all in the schedule, at least the ones that I'm going to play or interested in. Cool to have you on the stream, Jade. Thanks for being here today. Plip Plop says, what's the most famous person I know? Well, me, of course. I'm the most famous person that anyone could ever know. Right. For all the wrong reasons. That's right. Did I say famous? I meant infamous, of course. Did I try DJ in Street Fighter 6? I did, but when I played him, I didn't understand how to use him. I was just messing around and failed miserably. I just died constantly because he plays so different from Super Turbo. He's nothing like Super Turbo DJ. Now, if I were to play with him, I'd probably study some videos and things that people have been doing and see what his strategies are, and I'd probably do better. If a new Bassmaster comes out on Game Pass, will we get a chill fishing stream back? Probably. I don't see why not. I don't see why not at all. I would definitely check it out. We liked Bassmaster last year. It was a very fun summertime thing we did, right? So why wouldn't I? I would say I absolutely would be interested in that. How's the weather today? Oh, it looks cloudy outside. I wouldn't know. I'm indoors with the air conditioning on. But, you know, it looks cloudy outside. Yes, of course, I have all the stuff from Bassmaster last year. We still got a fisherman's hat with all the lures on it and all of that. Yes, Bassmaster was a year ago. It was, I want to say July, August of last year. A little bit into September. It was like a month and a half, 2 months. Summertime stuff. Guitar Player has just done a super chat. Says, I recently went back and played Persona 5 Royal another chance. I'm really glad I did. I'm enjoying the game. Yeah, I didn't play Royal. You know, I played the original when it came out, and I loved it. Super long game, but very, very good story. With a cool mystery vibe. And, you know, great graphics, great world design, great atmosphere. Like, it was a great game overall. Really enjoyed it. I picked up the shirt at a discount store where they basically resell stuff that didn't sell at a department store. You get it for a big discount. That's where I got it. Dr. Goldbox says you need to play another fishing game so you can top that bass, the giant bass that I caught in Bassmaster. Oh, remember when I started catching insanely huge fish? That was wild. That was pretty wild. The blimp just arrived. Says you look sick. You suit the look. Well, thank you very much to the blimp. Am I excited for Persona 3 Reload? I mean, let me put it this way. If they redid the game and it plays more modernized and is more streamlined and is more user-friendly, then I'd be excited to play it again. But let's be honest, the game's outdated and cumbersome, and especially the end of the game, right? With the whole RNG final boss and everything. Yeah, I don't want to go through that again. I went through it once and it was annoying enough. You know, why would I put myself through that thing again? The game is fine and the story is good, but it just has these really annoying, outdated elements that if they modernize them, then the game could be great. But do you really want to spend 60, 70 bucks just to be annoyed to high end again? You know, I already went through that once. So I guess we'll have to see how much they improve the game. Sergey, thank you for the super chat. He says, you look cool. Thank you, Sergey, for the super chat. Swagonito says, I am sure they will modernize it. I certainly hope so. Plip Plop. So we haven't started yet, but a good tip. Be very conservative about the RPGs that you pick. Too many good ones, not enough time. I agree. It seems like we have completely flip-flopped with gaming trends. At one point, I remember I was saying to you guys, doesn't it seem like there's no RPGs or very little, or the ones that are out are like more action-based and more almost westernized, Americanized, while traditional RPGs or lengthy RPGs are a thing of the past. Now all of a sudden, there's a million RPGs and every RPG is insanely lengthy and like 80 hours long. And you know how long it takes when I'm a variety content creator to play through a game like that. It's taking months. So, yeah, it's very frustrating. Can I give a hint on what's for dinner? All I'm going to say is it's 2 things, 2 courses, American fare food, and my wife has, well, let me put it this way. My wife has never really done this before, but at the same time, it's a variation of something she has done before. So basically, she's kicking it up and making it like, trying to make it higher end level, you know, with other things. So you'll see. You'll see when we get to it. I don't want to spoil. No, you see, Austin says it's probably more frustrating for a streamer compared to a viewer. No, because I know that my viewers are frustrated too. For example, there's some people who absolutely love Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Now listen, I like the game. I don't love it. I think it's a great game, but I'm not in love with it. I'm not thinking, oh my god, blow me away, game of the year, shoo-in. You know what I mean? I still really like the game. But there's people who are like, well, when it came out, why didn't you play it for 2 weeks straight? Why aren't you at your 100th hour invested? I'm like, well, I'm like at 45 to 50 hours now. Right? And we're getting to the end of the game, but people are so upset with me because I didn't spend more time in it. And it's like how long do you want me to play this game? Right? I'm not just playing one game. You know, it's easy for me to understand why someone like Asmongold says, how could Phil still be in the story of this game? The game's been out for a month. Because I play it in 2-hour segments, 3 times a week tops, right? I think in my Diablo playthrough, which started at the beginning of June, we're 18 hours in right now. So I'm still not done with the story because the story isn't over, and that's all I've done. You know what I mean? Like, I don't focus in on one game and just play it nonstop to get as far as I can, because then people will complain I'm not playing the other games. You see what I mean? So it's like, for me, it's frustrating because I feel like I'm not doing enough, and people are upset that I'm not getting far enough quick enough. I know it's upsetting for those who like these particular games, because there might be someone who loves Street Fighter but doesn't want the RPGs. They want more Street Fighter. There might be someone who only wants Zelda but doesn't care about the other RPGs or Street Fighter. Well, where's more Zelda? You know? It's hard to please everybody. Oh, I know. Literally says Asmon's biggest complaint is you're still playing it on console. And listen, here's the thing. This is the funny thing. I agree with him, because I used to be a PC gamer. I grew up in the 90s playing games like Duke Nukem, Doom, you know, Hexen, not World of Warcraft, but Warcraft 3, you know, Diablo 2. I played them all on PC, even the early 2000s. I had a dual PC setup. I played Unreal Tournament, Quake 3 Arena, the first Call of Duties, 1 and 2, I played on PC. 1,000,000%, I agree, those games are better on PC. I can't dispute it. Any game like that, you know, mouse, keyboard, far superior control scheme, you know, but I just don't have the means. I wish I did. I don't have the means to play games on PC. Diablo 3, I had the means. I played it on PC. But I just don't, you know, the only way I could play a game on PC right now would be I would need to have a dedicated gaming PC. And then I would have that set just to play games on PC. I would probably have it over there near this setup. And then I would capture with my other PC. So I would have that PC as a video input into my current PC, which would then capture that as a video source. You know, similar to how my capture device works right now with the consoles. And that way, your one PC just running the games, one PC just capturing and streaming, and then everything would work fine. That's the only way I could do it, you know? My PC, I cannot game on my PC and capture and stream all at the same time. It's not going to work. Thank you. PS3 2 says I'm looking crispy. Well, thank you. I'm feeling cool, calm, collected, and full of energy for today for the party. Jade says, who will I play today in Street Fighter? Probably a variety of characters that I've probably already picked. I don't know if anyone wants me to try someone new in casual play. I mean, I'm not going to go training mode or anything. I'm not starting a new character today. Like if someone said, well, pick Guile. Well, I will, but I'm just going to go to casual play and just fuck around. I'm not going to know what the hell I'm doing, you know? But I would think that people would want to see me try to use characters I've already used and do decently with them, you know? So maybe go back to a character that I haven't used in a while, or, you know, we'll see. No, I don't recall ever owning any Scooby-Doo toys as a kid. I'm not switching to any other channel today, even though the content that I'm doing on this marathon will likely be uploaded to 2 different channels. I'm not going to switch the stream. It'll all be here on this channel. So, for example, the gaming schedule update will be here. I'll upload it here. The Street Fighter gameplay will be here. But the food, we're going to have 2 food videos, one for dinner and one for the dessert later. So whatever you want to call it, the mukbang, the freaking feasting with Phil, whatever you want to call it, those will be on DSP Reacts. And the tier maker that we're going to do will also be on DSP Reacts. So we're going to have multiple videos for each channel generated from today's marathon event. When is the next DSP React stream? Next Saturday. There will be a special long-form DSP Reacts event later on this month. It's going to be called The Dark Side of Machinima. How do you like that? JJ came up with that yesterday. I think JJNS, I think. He came up with that yesterday. I was like, dude, that is a great name. The Dark Side of Machinima. It's going to be me live reacting to the documentary about Machinima from June the King. Plus, I'm going to be adding in all this context. I'm going to be reading emails that I had with correspondence with Machinima when they existed. I'm going to be showing off merch and swag and things from Machinima from the 6+ years I was part of their partner network. It's going to be a neat event. It's a long-form event that will be solely streamed over on DSP Reacts. Let's see here. I received a $1.30 tip. Would I accept criticism? I'm playing too much Street Fighter at the moment. There's fans like me that don't care about that. And I see that you're losing a lot and you get frustrated. I hope with the upcoming schedule it phases out to only once a week on Fridays. It gets old. Watching you lose so much because you keep switching characters. All right, you know what? This is a valid criticism. Absolutely, this is a valid criticism. Because, as you guys know, my coverage of Street Fighter 6 has been pretty different from what a lot of other people on the internet are doing. Especially those in the fighting game community, right? Those who are in the fighting game community literally have picked 1 to 2 characters each. Oh, these are my mains. And they just sit there and just play those characters and memorize them and master them. And then they go online and they win because they've mastered those characters. I haven't done that. What have I done? I've picked 11 or more. How many? I think I have it right here. Is it 11 that I picked so far? 11 different characters out of the 18. And as you can see, it's a very interesting mixed experience. Some of the characters I've done really well. Some of the characters I've done absolutely terribly. And some I kind of broke even. But the truth is, outside of maybe Blanca and maybe Zangief, I would say, outside of maybe those 2 characters, I don't think I've played enough of any particular character to say that I'm good with them or even, you know, at a level where I can hang competitively with people who are trying to get good at this game. And that's because I'm doing variety. Now, can we clarify here? Back in the day, when I played Street Fighter 4, which honestly was the last major fighting game that I really tried to cover in a full-time capacity, I did exactly the same thing. I did. Every day I was like, okay, today is Guile Madness. Tomorrow, Jury Madness. And then later this week, Dudley Madness. And I would just play different characters, try to learn their basics, go online, do a set. I didn't win all the time. In fact, I lost a lot, right? It wasn't constant wins, but it was about having fun. It was about learning the basics of the game. It was about improving my tech, but also learning how that character plays. Even if you fail using a character. Like, for example, I did absolutely poorly playing with DJ. But by the time that I finished that segment, or that session, I had learned how he's played, and therefore I implemented that into my game plan, so now when I face DJ, I actually know what he's capable of, right? So as long as you're learning, losing isn't necessarily a bad thing. As long as you're, you know, adding to your knowledge base on the game every time that you lose, then it's fine. So, but I get it. When you're watching me play a game, a lot of people are of this mentality, you must be winning all the time. And I hate to say that. I'll be very, very, very honest with all of you now. That mentality came when games like Street Fighter 4 and 5 got bigger, and all of a sudden, these people decided that they wanted to be full-time fighting game streamers, and the only way that they were going to get prominence on the internet was to be prominent players who are winning constantly, all right? No one wants to watch a loser who gets beat up all the time. They want to watch someone who's spanking people and getting better and then goes to tournaments and performs, right? That's where that came from. When I covered Street Fighter 4, I didn't cover it from that mentality at all. No one expected me to go to a tournament and win. I was just someone dicking around with the game, having fun with it. And you know what? That is why 100% the fighting game community disowned me at that time. Do you remember? Do you remember when people would just randomly interview people at a tournament like Mike Ross or Gutex? And they'd be like, what do you think of Dark Side Phil? And they'd be like, who the fuck is Dark Side Phil? Hey, who is that asshole? I never heard of that piece of shit. And it's like, whoa. Why are they reacting so negatively about me? Because I wasn't at tournaments, because I wasn't aspiring to be a pro player. I was making content on the internet that was variety content in the game, getting tons of views and notoriety for doing it, to the point where my content was more popular than most of the FGCs. But they didn't like that. They're like, how could someone just play the game and enjoy it, suck at it, but still enjoy it, and be popular? That doesn't make sense. Our mentality is the try-hard mentality. Gotta play, gotta win at any means, gotta get those wins out there, and oh my God, look at me with my clout, right? My clout that I'm so good online. Oh man, I don't care about any of that. I never did. I'm not playing Street Fighter 6 to say, oh, I'm gonna be some fucking prominent player who's gonna be ranked and beating up people all over the world. I don't give two fucks about that. You know what I'm saying? To me, I just wanna enjoy the game. I wanna get decent with a few characters, so at least I have a rotation of characters that I feel comfortable with when I play the game online. And I want to feel back into that vibe that I used to have, where every Friday, every Saturday, I go to an arcade. I'll be able to wait in line, put my quarter up, play with people, get a few win streaks, just have a good time with the game. But it wasn't all about dominating, right? It's just not about being some kind of a high-level tournament player that now my whole existence is based on bragging about who I beat and what tournaments I won. I don't give a shit about that. They don't get that. A lot of people in the FGC don't understand that. That's why you've been almost like brainwashed in the last 10 years to think the only people covering fighting games that matter are people who win. It's absolutely ridiculous. As long as someone's enjoying the game and you're having fun with them, and maybe you actually learn a little bit by watching them, that should be enough. It shouldn't be, the only reason I'm watching someone play the game is because they're a pro-level player, and now, we're all going to go to the fucking Capcom Cup together and dominate. Like, who gives a shit about that? It's a very small percent of people who will ever be able to do something like that and dedicate that amount of time and dedication to do it. That's not what I'm all about, all right? So, that's funny, because this tipper, I totally understand where they're coming from. They're like, if you were just dominating constantly, then seeing you play Street Fighter 6 a lot would make sense, but you're not because you play a variety of characters, so can you scale back how much you play it? We understand something. If I scale back the amount that I play Street Fighter 6, I will dramatically decrease my skill level. The only reason that I got diamond ranking with Blanca, it was a hard climb. It was a lot of matches put in. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of practice. It was a lot of combo, muscle memory and stuff, because I played as much as I did. I never would have got Blanca to diamond level if I was only playing twice a week. You know what I mean? And also, no, my goal is not to only play like one or two characters. I like the fact that I'm playing variety. I'm covering the cast slowly but surely. I'm getting through every character and learning the basics, and now I know what every character is capable of, and maybe I'll find other characters moving forward that I like. For example, Ryu, I actually do believe that I might use Ryu long term. I used one day of him, I used him, and I got thrown to the wolves because of a really, really stupid ranking system that thought I was diamond when I'm not. But I feel like the more I play, the better I'll get, and I'm probably going to want a well-rounded. He's a well-rounded. He's got rushdown. He's got mid-range zoning, right? He's got all these tools, and he can be played in different ways. I need a character like that. So I feel like even though I didn't do well with him for a session, it could lead to something better. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I just had the mentality of I'm only going to play with the characters I'm good with, then I'd only be using Blanca and Zangief and maybe Marisa, and you'd never see any other character. And what would happen is people would get bored. Oh my God, he's just doing the same character over and over, right? We don't really want to see that constantly, right? So, it's weird because there's so many different ways to look at it, right? From a competitive perspective, the best way to do this is to focus in on like two characters and only play those two characters and learn all their matchups and constantly be using them, and that's it. But from a content creator's perspective, an entertainer's perspective, someone who I realize my audience is not here to see me go dominate Evo. They're here to have a good time with Street Fighter 6. The variety is where that comes in. And me taking my licks with Ryu could lead to me actually doing good with Ryu down the road, and that's going to benefit everyone, me and you, right? So that's why. And you have to understand that. Like, I get it that not everyone is going to understand right away that is why I'm doing it. You're going to think, well, every time you're playing, you use a new character and you just get spanked constantly, right? Not really, because when I use Blanca or whatever, I do pretty good. But I hear you. Last week I used Chun-Li, I didn't do very good. This week I used Ryu, I didn't do very good. But it comes in time. As I got to say this again, all right? Because this is a great quote, and I hope that you guys will take this to heart. In order to be a good winner, you have to learn how to be a good loser. You understand? You have to learn how to take your licks and learn from them and improve and have a mentality that you're not giving up, so that then you can reapply yourself and get better and eventually down the road be able to persevere. If you just, every time you pick a character and you lose, fuck, well, that was a waste of time and I give up. You're never going to get anywhere in a game like Street Fighter 6. You're just not. There's so many people who are looking for that kind of instant gratification, that within a couple sessions, they're all of a sudden going to be, gold, platinum ranked, that they're going to be beating everyone up online. And that's not going to happen, especially if you're someone who doesn't have 20 to 30 years of fundamentals like I do. You're not going to have that. You got to learn slowly. And it might take months and months for you to crawl yourself up out of those lower rankings to do better. But as long as you're learning and improving, and you can accept your losses and learn something from each one and apply it to improving your game, you didn't lose. You understand? You did actually win because you got something out of it. And then eventually you will rack up those match wins. But you got to get there. But from a viewer, from an outside perspective, you watch a stream of me losing with Ryu for 4 hours, and you're like, wow, well, that was a waste of time and Phil sucks. I wish he would just play Blanca because he does so good with Blanca. But that's not what it's all about. You know, these are the early days of the game, right? Seriously. These are the early days of the game, and that's how it happens, you know. Back in the day with Street Fighter 4, that's exactly how I approached it. I never in Street Fighter 4 thought, oh, every time I play the game, I must only use my main, and it must all be serious business, you know. But I hate to say it, that is what people have been kind of programmed to expect. When you look at guys in the FGC who are putting out Street Fighter coverage, what are they doing? Oh, I focused in on Mono and Jury, and they're my two mains, and you'll always see me play them, and here's my dominating set of me playing, and I went, 27-2 today. Well, good for you. But what about the rest of the game? Right? They're all the same. They all do the same thing because they all want to go, they want to go to fucking Capcom Cup and win the $1 million. I don't care about that. I care about learning the game at a pace where, it's comfortable for me, it's comfortable for the viewers, and putting out that variety of content, I'm different. I really am different. Let's be honest. I'm very different than the vast majority of people out there who make content these days. Okay. No, I wouldn't. Waffle Bay says, or is it Bai? I don't know. Says he would care if he had a shot. No, I wouldn't. You have to understand something. I've been in that lifestyle, that grind of competitive fighting games. I lived it for a decade, right? Late 90s all the way through like 2007, 2008. That was my life. It was work, work, work in real life, whether it was a crappy mall job, Circuit City, Best Buy, or my office job at the helicopter company. Make my money and spend all of that to travel all over the country to play competitive Street Fighter, right? And listen, it was a good time in my life because I was exposed to a lot of different cultures, a lot of different places, a lot of different things in life that normally I wouldn't have had that exposure if I just sat at home. I was glad that I traveled as much as I did. At the same time, that lifestyle is such a grind. You have to understand. That is the lifestyle for a single person, all right, who literally has nothing better to do than fly all the time, sit around in a ballroom, practice a fucking game constantly. That's not a lifestyle for someone who has a meaningful life and a family. I'm just being honest. And I know that there are competitive fighting game players out there who have families and shit. I have no clue how they do it. I really have no idea. Because it's so time consuming and you have to be away from home so much to be good. I'm serious at this. You have to be traveling constantly. I mean, I can't imagine having a kid and half the year I'm gone because I'm fucking, playing Street Fighter somewhere. That's nuts. It's too much. I would say if you're young, if you're in your 20s, that's the prime time to do it. If you're in your 20s, you got nothing else going on, and you can freedom to travel wherever you want to go to every tournament or whatever, that's fine. But some of these people, it's like, dude, I don't know how the hell they're possibly pulling this off, having a real, it's such a grind. It's so boring. I mean it too. This is my opinion. Other people will disagree with me. It is a boring ass lifestyle. I'm going to Las Vegas to play Street Fighter, and I have to sit in a fucking hotel ballroom for 10 hours today because my pool's being played, and there's an hour between each of my fucking matches, and I'm so tired and bored, and it's fucking crowded and sweaty and disgusting. And is that what you want to do when you flew to Las Vegas? You flew to fucking Las Vegas, one of the vacation capitals of the world, and you're sitting in a hotel ballroom with a bunch of sweaty gamers ready to play 4 matches over the course of a 12-hour waiting period. Wow, that sounds like a meaningful use of your time in life, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. It's terrible. You're eating shitty-ass food, and, it's not a good life. Been there, right? Been there, done that. Don't want to do it again. I don't care if there's $1 million on the fucking line. No, I don't want to sacrifice a year of my life, to go do that and get back into that lifestyle mentality. It's not for me. It very well may be for some people. And again, I have a family. I love spending time with my wife and my cat and being at home and having that time. To sacrifice that, to start traveling the world just for a chance to win a major tournament and win big money, it's not worth it. It's not. I'd much rather be at home and have be a, you know, the quote from Guile, go home and be a family man when you get beat by him. Yeah, I would actually rather stay home and be a family man than go out and be a competitive Street Fighter player. I really would. I feel like it's just a better life to have a meaningful life at home than to be going out there and going crazy trying to fucking try hard win for this thing that, like, someone who it's going to end up being, it's who's going to win that $1 million prize? Someone who has literally no time commitments. All they have to do is play Street Fighter constantly. Unlimited funds somehow invested so they could travel everywhere. They play constantly. You know what I mean? That's who's going to win it. It's not going to be, oh, the Cinderella story of some fucking person no one ever heard of comes and wins Capcom Cup and wins $1 million prize. It's going to be a result of a system set up to let them succeed. And normal people with lives can't do that. You get it? So why the hell do I care about that? I would, even if I had a chance of winning that $1 million, I wouldn't want to do it. I don't want to sacrifice everything that I have here to fucking become a pro Street Fighter player. That's nuts. Anyway, I received a $10 tip from an anonymous tipper saying, nice summer outfit. Thank you to the anonymous tipper. I appreciate that. So now that I've worn those sunglasses for 90 minutes, I can't see anything. I took them off and now my eyes are like, oh, maybe it was a bad idea to wear those in front of a ring light. I'll take them off for a little bit so I can get my vision back here. Here. I'll put on my silly straw hat. Here we go. All right. Very good. Thank you to the anonymous tipper. Flip Plop says pro players are now sponsored. They make more money and spend less on expenses. Yeah, but you notice what I just said. Did you notice in everything that I just criticized about the pro player lifestyle, not once did I mention money? Back when I was a pro player, it was very different. There was no money to be had. Even if you won Evo, you won like $500. I'm serious. Most it was like $1,000. There was no money in it. Today, there's money in it. The difference I'm saying is time. The time investment. If you're young and you're single and you want to go into that pro lifestyle, go for it. But these people who are there, oh, I'm like 40 years old and I have a family and 2 kids, but I'm going to fucking go out and win Capcom Cup this year. What? And the funny part is, too, for $1 million, that's not even life-changing money for an average family in America anymore. It's not. It's really not. That, you know, that'll carry a few years, but if you have kids and shit, that's not even enough. So what are you doing? Oh, I missed my kid's birthday party. I missed their graduation. You know, I missed my one of my child's first steps and my other kid's, you know, Sweet 16 party. But by the way, I got 3rd place at Capcom Cup. Good for you. Like, seriously. Anyway. I got a $1 tip. Oh, it's just an idiot. I gotta pay attention to small tips. You know, Asmongold has actually some interesting advice the other day. You know what he said when he was reacting? He says, why does Phil accept $1 tips? He goes, why does he take $1 tips? Because that's just going to be people clogging up the pipeline, wasting his time, trying to get him to react to stuff. That's $1. He's like, PayPal takes like 30% of that tip. So you're making, what, 70 cents? And you're actually giving a significant amount of time on your stream for 70 cents. And it's funny because he said this. You realize that's what I said years ago, right? Like years and years ago when I started being a full-time live streamer, I said, these low tip amounts, what happens is people start spamming them in order to get noticed on the stream. And this is what trolls do. They'll do like a $1 tip and they think I'm going to read it or whatever, when I never do. Just wasting their own time. But this is what people used to do. And at that time, at one point, I was saying, well, maybe for tips, we should have like a high threshold. It should be like $5. At least if you're going to get my time and I'm going to significantly answer your question, it should be like $5 or something, right? So, you know what I'm saying? In that regard, it makes sense. At the same time, I remember specifically saying to people on stream, you know, should we do that? No, absolutely not. You should always have those low amounts, right? To which I said, all right, I get it. Not everyone is able to contribute in a giant amount, but maybe every once in a while they can throw $1 in and then they get a question answered. So I get why they would like that, right? I understand that mentality. So that's why I kept them. But it's funny because you see, Asmongold is probably 20 times bigger than I am, right? Let's be honest here. If you think the views he does and shit, like I would think 20x is a good exponential to multiply it by, right? From his perspective, he should never accept a dollar tip. Absolutely not. People will absolutely pay for that man's time because he's so big. So it makes sense to him to not accept the dollar tip. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I mean, I take what I can get. And I'm grateful for every contribution. You know what I mean? I am. And I don't want to feel like people to feel like I'm ungrateful. You know? You're not wasting my time because you tipped $1. But there are some people who do try to waste my time with troll tips, and I ignore them. You know? Oh, let's see here. This is funny. Someone says, nearly 70% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. They can't afford a $400 emergency. How is $1 million not life-changing? Because you can't win $1 million prize at Capcom Cup if that's your situation. This is what I'm telling you. The Cinderella story is not real. No one who is living paycheck to paycheck and can't afford a $400 emergency can travel the country to get good enough at Street Fighter 6 to win the $1 million prize at Capcom Cup. It's only someone who already has the lifestyle where they can afford that will win the prize. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the point I'm making. The $1 million in perspective of the lifestyle you need to live to win Capcom Cup is not a lot of money. There you go. Let's see here. I know someone is trying to goad me with a super chat or something. I'm just ignoring it. Shall we end the podcast? It's going on quite a long time now, guys. It's been over an hour and a half. All right. Thank you all very, very much. I appreciate you guys chilling with me here today for the Digital Summer Party. What a great start. Let's end the podcast. Let's get started with the actual meat and festivities of the event. And I appreciate you all coming out and doing that. So, tomorrow, we get back to regularly scheduled gameplay. Tomorrow will be a full-time day of gameplay streaming featuring Final Fantasy XVI as well as Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Thank you for enjoying the festivities today. And, whoa. Anyway, thanks for enjoying the thanks for enjoying the festivities today. I'll see you all tomorrow for more summertime fun here on DSP Gaming.